come up there right now and I'm gonna fucking stuff that thing up your fucking ass.
Go fuck yourself.
No.
Go fuck
you
yourself.
You are the most disrespectful son of a bitch.
Go fuck yourself, Cuffy.
You have no respect for yourself.
Go fuck yourself, Cuffy.
Say it again.
Go fuck yourself.
Hello everybody and welcome to the One Skill at a Time Ironman. What I do on this account is get 199 at a time on an Ironman, and we are slowly getting ourselves 99 smithing. Before we get into this episode, I'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone. I hope 2024 is as good as 2023, and if it wasn't so good, I hope it is better. Also, I'd like to give a huge thank you to my Godhand members. You guys know who you are. Thank you for all the support over the years. You guys are truly amazing. In the previous episode, we got ourselves to 85 smithing. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to leave Giant's Foundry and I'm going to get myself back to Blast Furnace and I'm going to smash out these runite bars that I've got. The main reason why I'm going to do this is because ideally I want to have all the bars smelted before I reach 99, so then I can have the bars left over to make money or make them into dart tips or make them into whatever I want. So it's going to be a long slog, but what I'm going to try and do is make all these bars at Blast Furnace and then come back to Giant's Foundry. Right, we are back, baby. As you can see, we've got about 4.2 million GP from Giant's Foundry, and what I need to do now is go to my friend over here and I'm going to buy his entire stack of coal, run back to the bank and world hop and rinse and repeat. You buy the coal for 67 GP each, which is nice and cheap. However, I need around 180k coal. So obviously I'm going to have to get some more money somehow. I'll try and figure that out later. But at the moment, we're just going to buy coal, world hop until we die of boredom. So just a small little rant here. Apparently you can get leather chaps from a NPC when you start the game. Fairly similar to how Ironmen can get the Ironman armor from an NPC in this area. But apparently the leather chaps are banned for Ironmen to get, which is very confusing. I'm not sure why you would stop Ironmen from getting leather chaps. I mean, come on, it's just leather chaps. If I could have access to these leather chaps, it would mean that I could solve a lot more clues than I can do at the moment. So that is pretty annoying. Thank you very much, Jam Flex. So that has taken a very long time, but we are now down to about 200k GP left. And we have got ourselves 58k coal from about 4 million GP. What I'm going to do now is use this beautiful coal that we've bought and I'm going to make these rune bars, and then I'm also going to start making all the steel bars, and then we will go from there. Okay, so there is all the runite bars done. What I'm going to do now is start plowing away at the steel bars. I don't intend to make them all in one go, but what I'm going to do is make these for a little bit, and then when I get bored, go back to the anvil and start making stuff on the anvil just to break it up a little bit. Okay, so I only got to about 6k steel bars in, and then I was like, okay, I'm bored now. Let's go back to Giant's Foundry and try and get some insane experience rates. So what I'm going to do now is use a runite and adamantite alloy. So I'm going to use 14 runite bars and then 14 adamant bars, and hopefully we can get some pretty decent experience rates. So let's go. There is the beautiful level 86 smithing. And as you can see in the top left, we're getting about 300k experience an hour, which is insane. This method is really good for XP. I'm getting way more XP than I normally would out of the bars that I've got, but it's not great for GP. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep this up for with the runite bars, but what I might end up doing is using the runite bars on the anvil so I can get the most GP out of the runite bars and then just switch back to the mithril and adamant at Giant's Foundry. We will see. Okay, so here is the final piece of the smithing outfit, the smithing tunic, and we now have the beautiful smithing set. I think this is going to be the look from now on. This is the best look I can think of for the smithing set. Beautiful. So here he is, here at the wrong time as always. I didn't actually manage to get any toadstools, but I'm just going to check to see if I can actually enter the bank and get out a herb. There we go. Yeah, it looks like he has not disappeared. So it looks like we're good to go with the toadstools. So what I'm going to do is make sure I have some toadstools in the bank for the next time Mr. Jackal appears his big fat head. Right, so we're back here at Puro Puro, and we have just got ourselves 2 toadstools. I've literally been here for about 5 minutes and we got ourselves 2 toadstools, so that is beautiful. I'm going to stay here a little bit longer because I think RNGesus is on my side. There we go, that was much better than last time. We now have 6 toadstools to put in the bank and we have those ready for the next time Mr. Jackal appears. There is level 88 smithing on the 1 skill at a time Ironman at Giant's Foundry. We are absolutely smashing it here, and this is a great addition to the game. Thank you very much, Jamflex. Okay, so we are here in the desert, and the reason why we're here is to partially complete the tourist trap. So shout out to Jaws for helping me with this, and shout out to the guys on stream. What you can do for Tourist Trap if you don't want to get any combat XP is just talk to the guard that you're supposed to kill to get the key, and then have someone else kill the guard, and as soon as the guard dies on the same tick, you press continue with your chat dialogue and you get the key. Shout out to Ultimate Ironman Lvl. I use his YouTube channel quite a lot to work out what quests I can do without gaining any combat XP, just to try and help me with the future of the account. I will link his channel in the description if you guys want to go check it out. But yeah, we did all this on stream, and what I was hoping for was once I make the dart tip, after that point I can just constantly make dart tips on the Ironman, and that was the plan for most of the bars that I've got. I was going to make them all into dart tips. However, sadly, we found out that after you make the dart tip, you need to add the feathers and then show it back to the guy in order to unlock dart tips to be smithed on an anvil, which was very disappointing. So the plan for the account now is no longer to make dart tips from all the spare bars that I have, but what I'm probably going to do is make arrow tips, and then during the wood cutting grind, I'm going to use probably most of the redwoods that I have and turn those into arrow shafts, and then make headless arrows, and then use all these arrow tips for the fletching grind. This is almost a blessing in disguise because I found out that making arrow tips and making arrows is way more fletching XP than just making dart tips. Obviously, the only difference is that making arrows is a lot longer process than making darts. There is level 89 smithing. What I'm going to do now, because at the moment I need more GP than I do XP when it comes to smithing. I need the GP for construction. I also need the GP to buy the rest of the coal for the rest of the smithing grind. So what I'm probably going to do is use the rest of these rune bars, and I'm going to make them into rune swords so I can stack a shed load of GP after I've alched them, which will hopefully be enough GP to finish off the smithing grind. So here we are at the beautiful Varrock East Bank. I have spent a lot of time in this area. As I mentioned before, on my main account, all I used to do in free-to-play is smith rune two-handers in this very spot. So I've spent many hours in this spot. But what I'm going to do now is smith these rune bars into rune swords, and then I'm going to out these rune swords, and we should definitely have enough GP to finish off the smithing grind, and we should also have some GP left over, especially from Giant's Foundry, which should be enough to get us 99 construction. There we go. We have made about 500 rune swords. What I'm going to do is just make some rune bolts with the rest of these rune bars, and then I'm probably going to save around 200 rune bars just in case we need some GP or I need to make some more rune bolts in the future. But yeah, that is officially the end of the room bars. And there is level 90 smithing. Beautiful. What I'm going to do is leave this episode here. We've officially got an unlimited money glitch because I'm going to have so many bars left over. I'll just need to make them on the anvil and then alch them, and I've basically got infinite money on this account. I've got quite a lot of coal left to buy, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I've got to make all the steel bars into arrow tips, which is going to take me quite a long time, so there's that to do. And then once we've made enough arrow tips to bank 99 fletching, I'm going to get myself back to Giant's Foundry and just finish off 99 smithing. Just looking at the bank, we've almost got 10,000 Harlanders. We're pretty close to 40% of the way to 99 Herblore, which is beautiful. And also our GP stack is slowly increasing. But after I've alched all these rune swords, we're going to have a green cash stack, and it's going to be beautiful. So that is it for this episode. As always, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode.